Good evening. Toronto's first pop-up overdose prevention site will be permitted to stay, at least for now. This is a tent that has been erected here in Moss Park. Inside, 140 naloxone kits to be used against opioid overdoses. Users encouraged to come here and use safely in the public park. Now, organizers at first were very nervous of whether they would be allowed to stay and operate. However, about 90 minutes ago, they got police's blessing to do so. A closely guarded secret gets out.
Unfortunately, there's some bylaws that are going to be broken here.
And for an hour, there's a delicate dance between pop-up organizers and Toronto police here at Moss Park. Then, harm reduction staff are given the green light to stay.
This is Toronto's first overdose prevention site. This is actually a historical moment for us. We've been wanting this to happen, and we're ready.
This is not a Health Canada sanctioned site. Rather, it's run by members of the Toronto Harm Reduction Alliance. Inside this tent, a large table, chairs, and 140 naloxone kits, a medication used to quickly reverse the effects of an opioid overdose, including fentanyl.
We are stretched in our jobs, and we are here doing this because we know we need to.
Organizers here say they simply couldn't wait for the 3 approved permanent supervised injection sites to open in Toronto this fall.
How many hundreds of people need to die before the permanent sites are open? I mean, what number of deaths is okay to wait? Really, it hasn't been okay to wait this long to open a pop-up site. We should have done this months ago.
Although Toronto Police doesn't necessarily agree totally with an injection site like this popping up, because we do have the aspect of illegal drugs coming and going, the crisis supersedes that at this point in time.
The city and police initially torn on allowing supervised injection services in a public space. Moss Park here is a known home to drug use, but also is home to a playground, basketball courts, and a hockey rink frequented by families.
I don't agree with it. I'm not sure where they should go, but I just don't agree with it being in the neighborhood.
For this young user, however, it's a life-saving site she will use.
I've overdosed 6 times, and my friend Brooklyn overdosed 7th, was her final overdose, so I'm here to help hopefully not reach my 7th overdose.
Toronto isn't the first to see a pop-up supervised injection site. Vancouver currently has 23, all under the funding umbrella of Vancouver Coastal Health. The harm reduction staff here, all volunteers. Yet, organizers say at least 2 people trained in advanced first aid and naloxone administration will be on site.
We know what we're doing, and we just want to help save people's lives. We just don't want to go to memorials, funerals anymore. We don't want to see more dead people.
Now, they call it a pop-up, but the plans were always to make this a somewhat permanent site. Unless the current agreement with police changes, volunteers here say they will staff this tent every day between 4 and 10 p.m.